there, it's Russ with Wing Saber Historical Fencing. Just a quick note on thrusting. Why does the Hungarian Hussar lineage thrust the way it does? This way with the palm up, as opposed to the palm out to the side, as so many other lineages do. The answer is really simple. First and foremost, this is a very easy position to get the point in line in, almost regardless of how curved your saber is. Second, it allows for you to retrieve your weapon very, very easily, and we'll see that from the side view. If I thrust this way, and I get my saber stuck in the target as I'm continuing to move, because I'm on horseback, mind you, from this position, I can turn and cut out with the saber very easily. If I'm here and I thrust with my palm to the side, as for example you see the French doing, it gets stuck, I keep moving. See what's happening to my wrist? This looks very awkward. That's why many sabers have martingales or wrist straps attached, so they can thrust like this, let go, and pick the saber up from the wrist strap afterwards. We don't. We retain the ability to thrust, hit, retract, and immediately cut the weapon free for the next offensive or defensive action we need to take. It's really as simple as that. It's fundamental geometry in the human body, and that's why we do a quick supinated thrust. And as a reminder, when you're doing this, never lean on the thrust. No Game of Thrones business. We want to poke and we want to get out so we don't get our saber stuck in the bad guy. And one big important footnote. Our Hungarian Hussar lineage thrusts from here. We are not delivering the thrust with a lunge the way many lineages do. And the reason we don't do that is if we're in a crowded mass of people, the person in front of me is having to deal with my point, and he's busy. But everybody to the side of that has just looked at my arm like, arm buffet. I'm hanging this out there, and somebody's going to whack it off from my trouble. So when I make my thrust, it's short, it's constrained, it's assuming multiple opponents. I get it out there, and I get it back just as fast as possible. Because for battlefield purposes, as soon as I'm done with that guy, 5,000 of his closest friends would like to have a word with me. And it's not personal. They just want to get me out of combat so they can go home safely too. I don't want to be hanging this sucker out there in the middle of a crowded mass of men, weapons, and horses and leaving it vulnerable. Everybody will tell you, obviously, you recover from your lunge, but this is particularly dangerous. And we've played around with multiple opponents enough times to see that lunging on a thrust, unless your recovery is absolutely perfect, is just offering this as a sacrificial object to a group of opponents. So when you're practicing, make sure you're very intentional about thrust goes out and thrust goes back fast, probably even faster than it goes out. Be careful with that, and nobody will whack your arms and giggle at you on Saturday morning. All right, go have fun and do the thing. We've got more videos and content coming, so if you liked what you saw and it was useful for you, please stab the like button, /subscribe, and punch the little bell icon so that you're notified immediately when new content comes available. Thanks, and go do the thing.